Hi, welcome back to the Infinite Lifetime Sutra. I'm your host Angelina. Okay, so during the last episode, a pretty short one, we have just looked at the introduction of chapter 3 of our Infinite Lifetime Sutra. So, in the introduction, it told us about the radiance, the great light that the Buddha was emitting when he was at the venue, and this was actually being seen by Venerable Ananda. So Venerable Ananda um, was not, of course, he's not the only one who was in the congregation, right? During the past episodes, we've already known that there are so many Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, and the great monks and the nuns and the lay disciples, male and female, attending this very Dhamma talk itself. So we shall continue. Okay, so he was our Lord Gautama Buddha was emitting lights so bright, and then Nanda wanted to glorify, okay, because he saw that this kind of emission, the lights that the our Lord Buddha emitted was extraordinary. He has seen the Buddha emitting like all the time, but this one is exceptional. Okay, extraordinarily wide, extraordinarily bright. Okay, so he paid his obeisance. He had his palms together, and then respectfully he knelt before the Buddha. Okay, so what did he say? 二白佛言，世尊今日入大吉定。Okay, our Lord Gautama Buddha went into a great meditation. 大吉定 means the meditation that is the ultimate kind. Okay, 住其特法，诸佛所住导师之行。This one is about talking about our Lord Gautama Buddha with this intense meditation. He is displaying the practice of all Buddhas. Okay, all Buddhas, the 导师，诸佛所住导师之行。All the Buddhas in the same kind of practice as the great teachers. Okay, this is the act of all the great teachers. The great teachers, that means it's not just about teaching the Dharma. Okay, it is about the Dharma of chanting Amitabha to be able to achieve Buddhahood within a single lifetime. Okay, this is the ultimate thing that is relevant, okay, to our life. In fact, all the Buddhas, when they come out to our world, they manifest. The only sole reason was actually to encourage, or not to say encourage, to guide us to become Buddha within one lifetime. Okay, this is the practice itself. Okay, 最胜之道，去来现在佛相面 means that this exact practice being the wish of all the Buddhas. Okay, each and every one of the Buddhas of the past, present, and the future, they have this same objective, and they are actually doing the very same things. So, it's like you can imagine it like there is this one big organization, okay, and then the objective is actually to become the Buddha. Okay, so all the Buddhas, you can imagine them as the high level executives, okay, the top level management of all the Buddhas, okay, of all the worlds, all are the top management. Or you can even think of it as like the John Maxwell 5 levels of leadership is the 5th level. Okay, all of them share the same thoughts with the same objective and wanting to reach the same target, that is for everyone to become a Buddha within the lifetime. Okay, so 微念过去未来之佛也， 威念现在他方诸佛也。Okay, so this one is Ananda was, although he knows that this is actually something that all the Buddhas, okay, all the Buddhas aspires for, and they have the same objective, the same thoughts, and they are like, all their thoughts are connected to each other for this one objective. But in this instance, right, when the Buddha was emitting his brilliant light, the ultimate light, was he thinking, was this tribute being paid to a past Buddha, or was it a tribute being paid to the present or the future Buddha? Okay, this one Ananda doesn't know. He just knows that he is, our Lord Gautama Buddha was actually displaying something that all Buddhas are interconnected with. But which Buddha is was the one that our Lord Gautama Buddha was celebrating on? Okay, so 他方诸佛也，何故为神显耀 ？OK， 光瑞出妙乃二，愿为宣说。So, say, which Buddha are you referring to in this display? Okay, it is so great, it is so brilliant, it is so wonderful, so marvelous. So, which one was it? Okay, can you just tell us? Okay, sure, can you share it with us? Right, so asking this, right? 于是世尊 so our Lord Gautama Buddha 告阿难言 he said, he told Ananda, okay, 善哉，如为爱民利要诸众生故，能问如是微妙之意。如今试问，胜于供养一天下阿罗汉必之佛，不设累劫，诸天人民，原非软动之类，共得百千万倍。Okay, when Ananda asked this question, okay, Allah Gautama Buddha was like, oh, wonderful, just simply wonderful that you asked this question. Okay, and in fact, Ananda, when you ask this question, the merits of this question is greater than if you were to have paid homage to all the arhants and the Pajika Buddhas of the past for 1,000 years, and it's even greater than if you have paid your homage to all beings throughout the entire lifetimes. So with this, I cannot even imagine how great that merit is. Okay, because when you just pay a homage to one arhat, okay, why is it that, okay, let's make this clear. Okay, when you pay obeisance or you give homage to one arhat, okay, why is it that the merit is so great? When you pay obeisance or pay homage to an arhat or anybody who has an achievement, okay, the merit is great because this being is actually somebody who has transcended life and death. Okay, so it is towards the when it transcended life and death, that means this being is already in the path for the universal truth. Okay, it's not that you only pay homage or give, to the Buddha that or the Bodhisattvas that you will have merits. Okay, even if you are like a normal life, Okay, if you see, oh, there are people who are poor, so you donate food to them, charitable deeds, right? If you see animals that are suffering, okay, or maybe just a hungry cat or a hungry dog, and then you give food to them, that is also a merit, right? So if you give it to normal people, there is merit. If you give it to people who are cultivated, okay, the merit is even greater because they have transcended life and death. So it is an extraordinary being that you are doing something to. Okay, so but it's not just the offering of food, not just the offering of money, not just this kind of offering. Okay, anything at all. Okay, anything at all. Like for example, if you were to have given donations of clothes or of blankets, okay, giving comfort to people the during the cold days, rainy days, and then people donate blankets to the orphanage or to anything at all, okay, then that is also considered merit. And all these merits, they can be they cannot be properly measured by our mortal calculators, okay, because the merit that you do is the merit that you achieve is actually calculated by your intention, the purity of your intention, okay, and whether it is a form of deceitful giving, or is it a form of a genuine giving? Is it something that you think long and hard about before you give? Is it something that when you give you feel regret? Is it something that you give wholeheartedly? Like for example, if you were to have 5 ringgit, okay, or $10 in the pocket, and then you see that, oh, some children are suffering, and then you actually buy food with the 10 ringgit, $10, okay, and you give it to them or you share it with them without giving it a second thought, okay, that one is actually there is a differentiation between your calculated thoughts of this $10 that you spend with a lot of considerations or with very little considerations. If you do a good deed without thinking twice, okay, it has a pure intention, okay, you just want to help this other person. But if, like for example, you want to do a good deed and then you'll be thinking left and thinking right, and then thinking what kind of publicity can I get by doing this, it's not really a genuine giving, okay. So even all these things, okay, even if you have given all these things, the merit of Ananda asking this question right now surpasses any kind of donations, any kind of good deeds, okay. So why? 现在 why so? 功德百千万何以故 ？OK， 当来诸天人民一切寒灵，皆应汝问而得度脱故。Okay, so why is it that Ananda's question can actually, just this one question, can actually have merit surpassing all the offerings that you give to the arhants, to give to all the Pachika Buddhas, that you give to the entire cosmos, okay, all beings merits, it surpasses. Why is it? It's because from this point onwards, okay, just because Ananda asked this question, in the future, okay, the answer given by this question will be that single guidance that helps people, beings, become Buddhas within a single lifetime. Okay, his very question. Okay, yeah, okay, it's because of this very individual question that people will be transcended. Okay, what kind of question is this? Okay, Ananda was just, some of you may have the doubt. You may be thinking, what? Ananda is just asking, why is the light so brilliant? Who is the Buddha thinking about? Okay, but Ananda's this question leads Avalokiteshvara Buddha to sharing the infinite lifetime Dhamma talk that becomes our sutra today. Okay, he asked, he was just curiously asking, he says that, oh, I know that you are shining a bright light, and then I also know that you are all this light stuff lah is actually a practice that is being shared by all the Buddhas, and that all your thoughts are aligned together. You, Sakamuni Buddha, okay, Avalokiteshvara Buddha, your thought and all the other Buddha thoughts are aligned together. But what I don't understand is this brilliance, okay, this light, which is so bright, so brilliant. Which Buddha is it referring to? Was it the past Buddha? Was it the present Buddha? Or was it the future Buddha? Okay, if present Buddha, he may be thinking about it is the Logottama Buddha. If it's the past Buddha, we're talking about those that we already know before, like the Varchana Buddha, the Kashyapa Buddha. Okay, all these that we have known before. Okay, which Buddha are you thinking about? So, or you're thinking about somebody who is from the future? We don't know, right? So, by this question alone, it helped us open up the intent of our Lord Gautama Buddha. Okay, our Lord Buddha, with this entire all the audience, okay, you look at it. Does the audience know that our Lord Gautama Buddha is going to say this Infinite Lifetime Sutra? Okay, there's this question now, because why would the Bodhisattvas like the Puxian Pusa, Samathabhadra Bodhisattva, Wenshu Manjushri, Milafo, Maitreya, why are these great Bodhisattvas here together with all these people, right, attending this Dhamma talk? So, do they already actually know that the Buddha will be giving this talk? Okay, or was it the other way around, where they came because where they are here, that's why the Buddha emits such lights? Okay, because then he can actually make something, give this even strong, the ultimate Buddha talk, the Dhamma talk that tells us about Amitabha Buddha. Actually, I don't know. Okay, to be honest, I really don't know, because is this, if we were to look back into those that I've already spoken of before, okay, was it that the Buddha, if let's say I become a disciple of Amitabha Buddha in Pure Land upon the expiry of my current lifespan, okay, once I expire this body that I discard, I go to Amitabha's Pure Land, and as a disciple in Amitabha's Pure Land, I'm able to, split myself into millions, billions of zillion, gazillion of existence, split at the same time without losing a single part of me, and go to the different Buddha worlds and to attend all the Dhamma talks available. So I can also transcend space, I can transcend time. That means when I'm up there as a member, as a citizen of Pure Land, when I go there, right, then I become also a Bodhisattva practicing, and I can split myself, transcending the time, transcending the space, and I become part of the listeners of this Dharma talk. Okay, so if based on this, the Bodhisattvas actually know that there will be this talk at this moment, intentionally will be there for this talk. Okay, intentionally. So that means I will be able to identify this exact talk. I split myself, going past time and everything. I split myself. I get one of me to come here to attend this talk. And attending this talk, I'll be able to witness the glorious light by our Lord Gautama Buddha. And then this question by Ananda, I'll be able to see Ananda with my own eyes as I came back as a Bodhisattva from Western Pure Land. Okay, and another part of me may actually be still in Pure Land, listening to Amitabha giving his talk, right? Because at a later part of the sutra, you will be able to see that for a moment, Amitabha Buddha and his land was being revealed to those who are listening over here, okay, at this Dhamma talk. So the Bodhisattvas may know that this is the talk, okay, and then those who are in this world, okay, that means the those who have not achieved anything, again, not arhat, so or anything of much, so they don't know that it is this talk, okay, but their karma allows them to benefit from this talk, and so when the karma is ripe, they just got together during this talk and to be able to reap the benefit of it. Okay, so by this great collection, okay, all this I will say, yeah, collection coming together of all these great bodhisattvas together with the humans at a time when this Dhamma talk happened in our current Buddha world, okay, their coming together is due to the karmic influence. As humans, they go there because the karma is right. The bodhisattvas, they go there because they know that there is this thing, this talk that is going on, because they're not subjected to the ties of the karma. Okay, so you can see the intentional and the non-intentional. Okay, so when they come together and just write, all these people that are here for this Infinite Lifetime Sutra, for this Dhamma talk, they will definitely benefit from this session by our Lord Gautama Buddha. So when our Lord Gautama Buddha demonstrates all this greatness, Ananda asked the question and set the stage, opening up that flow of knowledge in the form of a Dhamma talk by our Lord Gautama Buddha on this very day, and which later the Buddha, seeing this, Sanjai, wonderful. Okay, excellent. It's an excellent question that Ananda has asked, because this sutra itself is the one and only sutra that will help all beings to become a Buddha within a single lifetime in the future. Okay, why is it so? If you were to look at all the other practices, okay, in Buddhism, they can't help you to become a Buddha within a single lifetime, except for Pure Land Buddhism. Okay, and this is exactly inside the 48 vows of our Amitabha Buddha. Okay, you chant Amitabha, you wholeheartedly dedicate yourself to Amitabha, then you will be able to be migrated to Pure Land. And your migration to Pure Land means you don't die. When you don't die and you get migrated to Pure Land, you immediately become a Bodhisattva and you practice, and then you become a Buddha within a very short period of time. Not like this lah, okay? But comparatively, if you were to practice in other sects, okay, for example, you go for Tibetan, you go for I don't know what else is there. There's so many different sects of Buddhism, okay, different practices of Buddhism, Zen, okay, meditation. They can, like meditation, they can lead you to jhana. The best is that they can lead you to become Sotapanna, in which you will need to become still coming back for 7 lifetimes, but at least you won't be going to the lower realms during your 7 lifetimes. Okay, if you become a Sakadagami, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, your Sakadagami, you will come back for 3 lifetimes. Anagami, you come back for at least 1 lifetime. No, Anagami, you will be going to somewhere else to practice. And Arahant is final. You don't need to come back anymore after that. Alright? Anagami, your final life after you have expired as an Anagami, you go to one place where you will be able to practice to become a Buddha, okay, or to become an Arahant. You don't need to come back to this mundane world to suffer, but you will still need to be reborn, right? And as an Arahant, if you become an Arahant of this lifetime, at best you only transcend the cycle of existence. Okay, you are not wholly a Buddha yet. Okay, you will still need to continue practicing. Then only you can become a Buddha. Yeah, and then sometimes if you practice some other sects without becoming a Sotapanna, okay, Sotapanna, you still need to come back for some lifetimes. If you don't even practice, you don't become a Sotapanna, right? Sometimes you may drop out, okay, in other practices. Like for example, if I were to go into Tibetan Buddhism, okay, I don't have achievements. I know all the practices, I practice my entire lifetime, but I can't even step into being a Sotapanna. I may become discouraged, okay, like this lifetime I actually become discouraged because there's a lot of things to practice, there's a lot of things to remember, there's a lot of things to chant, there's a lot of rituals to follow. I follow so many things, and then after that I couldn't see the end of the light, and then I gave up, right? So along the way a lot of people give up, a lot of people who could not even start into the Sotapanna, they already given up. And if you have given up, right, you may need to start all over again. Your next lifetime, you don't remember that you have practiced. Your karma may have the memory prints of what you have done, but your living memory, I'll call it living memory, will start back from the time when you were reborn. You become a child again, whether or not you're human, right? Then you will need to go through things like everything else that you need to experience, the education, the corrupt of this world, the way that the world is. You need to learn back all these things, and then you'll be covered with layers and layers of deceit, all those things that the world wants you to learn, that is not conducive, that is not going to bring you into becoming Buddha. And then if you were lucky, you will still be able to meet with somebody who will remind you reignite that karmic seed, okay, so that it blossoms. But otherwise, you just keep going lifetime after lifetime and after lifetime, but without achievements. Okay, it's very pitiful that way. So yeah, having this kind of limitations, right? So when you practice Amitabha Buddha, okay, Pure Land Buddhism, you can achieve within one lifetime, in the sense that when your time is up, right, in this lifetime, when your time is up, you chant Amitabha for your entire life wholeheartedly, and you dedicate all your merits to go to Pure Land to meet Amitabha. At the expiry of your life, Amitabha will come to you with your lotus seed, okay? Because when you chant Amitabha and you relentlessly practice chanting and going to Amitabha, the moment you start believing, okay, your Ami your lotus, inside the picture, you will see that over there he's holding a lotus flower, okay. This lotus flower is your flower in his land. So upon your lifetime expiry, he comes to you with this lotus. You will then leave this body and get your soul, your energy, go into that flower, and he, Amitabha Buddha, will personally bring you to his world. And when you are in his world, this flower blossoms. The moment it opens, you are already a high level Bodhisattva. Okay, so you only need to practice like 3 aeons instead of 5 aeons to become a Buddha. Okay, so the aeon thing actually only starts when you have become a Sutapanya. Okay, otherwise, wait, just wait. Okay, so if let's say there are also those, okay, there are also those who chant halfway Amitabha, Amitabha, the seed for this lotus plant is being planted, but after that they give up. Halfway they give up, midway they give up, maybe due to influence or the karma is not strong enough, so they give up halfway. There are a lot of those. Okay, they give up halfway, or midway they change religion. They decided that they don't want to believe in Amitabha anymore. They want to practice something else. Okay, going to some other kind of practices which they, I don't know, they may think that is more glamorous. The faith is not strong enough. The understanding is not strong enough. Therefore, the faith cannot be continuous, not powerful enough to carry through a single life until this body expires. Okay, so the seed actually, the flower withers. Okay, the flower withers, it disappears until don't know which lifetime you come back and you revisited you replant your seed in the Amitabha's Pure Land. Hopefully this time it will blossom, okay, for your time to be able to go to Pure Land, right? This is how it is. So this is the only practice, right, out of so many different um, Buddhism sectors. This is the only practice that allows you to become a Buddha within a single lifetime. Therefore, when Ananda actually asked this question, it opened up the door for our Lord Gautama Buddha to share this Dharma talk. It is a really huge merit for Ananda. You know, the 功德 is merit. Okay? That is so powerful. Okay, it's just that powerful. And beyond our Lord Gautama Buddha, okay, our next Buddha, Maitreya Buddha, okay, Maitreya Bodhisattva now is into Siddha Heaven world, right? So when it reaches his time to become a Buddha, he will also experience the exact same thing. Okay, from Dusita heaven world, then the deities and all will just come and tell him, "Oh Lord Buddha, it's time for you to come down to share the teachings to the beings." And then our Lord Maitreya Buddha will be looking, surveying, and say, "Oh yeah, this time, okay." So he'll be looking for a ultra rich kingdom family, be reborn there, become a prince, and then enjoy all the luxuries in life, okay, and then renounce to become a monk, okay, renouncing. I don't know if they'll still call it a monk lah next time, right? But the concept is the same. Ultra rich, renounce, and then to gain that wisdom, showing exactly the same kind of sequence, right? All of them, they share the same kind of sequence. Why is it so standard? Okay, this is vital. Okay, you have to understand that this is vital. Like in our current world, okay, everybody is talking about money. Everyone is paying too much attention to money. So anytime at all, people are working and toiling day and night just for the money itself. But have they ever thought of, the richer they are, the more attached they are to the money, and then they just won't let go, right? But if we look at the demonstration that is being shown to us, our Lord Gautama Buddha, right, born as a prince, super rich, he can become the universal monarch. He can actually own the entire world. All the monies, all the riches that he has belongs to him. The entire world belongs to him. But he renounces and he becomes a Buddha, which then make him into a universal monarch, somebody who is transcending this world, somebody who holds uh, the leadership in the entire universe of our Buddha world. He become the same rank as all the other Buddhas with their Buddha worlds. Okay, isn't that even better? Right? You let go of something and you get something even greater. Right? A lot of people nowadays, a lot of people cannot understand, especially when I look at some people hold on to positions, some people hold on to the money, some people, upon the death also they don't want to let go of this stuff, and then they cause a lot of issues within the family itself. They cause a lot of problems to the entire society. In fact, you see children upon the death of their parents or something, they fight against each other, relatives going into lawsuits against each other just to get the inheritance, right? And then after that you can see a lot of fights going on all over the place. Like for example, countries fighting against countries. I want to claim ownership of your land because I need your land, or maybe I want to I want to take over your country because I think I am the rightful owner of the country, of that piece of land. But all these things, come to think of it, that land is not even ours. Okay, I've always said, like, recently, my office, okay, there was this huge housekeeping going on, and this housekeeping saw my team. Uh, we don't have enough storage. Okay, so before this, we were parking our storage at other department stores. They have their storage area, so we parked at their area. And there was this particular department where we park some of our things, and we said, may we put a shelf at your store so that we can keep our stuff. And the head of department just refused, downright refused having a storage rack for us in her store. When you refuse such, it means very clearly that we are not welcome to park our things in your storeroom, right? So understanding this non-verbal cue, right? My office room actually has a very nice view overlooking the partly the sea and partly the city. Okay, and when this happens, I just told my subordinates get cabinets and put at those spaces near my window. Okay, when I put it near the window that way, it blocks the view, yes, and we also cleared up some at the open office area and requested for a shelf from the shared services, those in charge of the maintenance. They gave us a shelf, an open shelf. So we solved the storage area. Okay, and in fact, some people are saying that, hey, why you put those cabinets in your room? Then there's no more view. And I said, it's okay, because if I want to enjoy the view, I can just look out the window, or I stand near the window if I want to enjoy the view. But at any time at all, my physical person, where I am is where I am. Okay, like I can have 2 houses, or I can have 3 houses, I can have 10 houses, but physically I can only be in one house, and even in that one house I can only physically be at one spot at any given time. I cannot split myself into multiple areas at the same time, so I don't really need such a big space after all. Okay, so for money, okay, if the money is being utilized by you, then it belongs to you. But if the money is sitting inside the bank, it doesn't belong to you. Okay, you're not holding it. It doesn't belong to you, because at any time at all, the bank. Okay, some people say that, oh, keep it in the bank to get interest and then whatever not. Okay, fine. But the bank is the one that is utilizing your money for their investments and all the business transactions. The money does not belong to you. Okay, unless you say that the money is on your body, is your cash, and then you're using it to buy stuff and things, then the money belongs to you. Otherwise it doesn't. Okay, so understanding this, you look at the limitations that we have within this single body itself. Some people, they buy a lot of clothes, okay, just for a good change of it. In fact, if I could, I wish that I can just buy a same series of an entire cabinet, maybe like 7 t-shirts, 7 pair of pants, 7 sets of underwear. Okay, and then every single day, if I can, I'll just wear the same thing over and over and over and over again, right? Because then I save the headache, I save my time shopping, I save a lot of things. But I'm working for other people, so I have no choice. I need to have a change of wardrobe, I need to have a variety of clothes, I need to have a variety of looks, right, for different occasions. Sometimes I need to wear skirts, sometimes I need to wear pants, other times I can wear t-shirt, other times I cannot wear a t-shirt, it has to be a formal wear. So we humans complicate our own lives. Okay, so it is just not right. In fact, after all these things, understanding all these things, I was actually thinking of doing my own practice, doing my own business, depending on what kind of business that I can do. Being a solopreneur like that, I need to think of something that I can do and earn at the same time, and something that I don't need to have that kind of investment, but still, generate the kind of income for me to sustain my mother's um, life. No, I need to give her allowance, and I also need to take care of her, and then at the same time I can also sustain, because all the electricity, the water, the food and everything, I still need to be able to maintain the roof over my head, maintain the car, the petrol. And in fact, if let's say I don't need to go out and meet with clients, I actually don't really need much transportation, except that right now where I stay, the public transportation is not really robust. But if one day it improves to that way, but maybe by then I'm already very old, I don't need to go anywhere much. Okay, so understanding all these things, do you really think that money is really that important? Okay, for you to need to become a millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire, a gazillionaire, you actually don't need to, because you only need that much money to thrive. And if you have been blessed with that much money, give it to charity. Okay, it will actually help you more, rather than you hogging it, and then after that you thinking that it is, just for the sake of the prestige of it. You're not the ruler of a country. All right, if you're a ruler of a country, your responsibility is even greater, because you are serving your people, not your people serving you. You're serving your people. Okay, so we shall end today's Dharma talk. Okay, we shall end today's discussion, today's sharing, in fact. All right, so continue doing your good work, continue praying to Amitabha, because this is the only way for us to become a Buddha within a single lifetime. All right, so we shall continue our talk in the next episode, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye. So be good now. Amitabha.